If you're searching for more calm and more strength, there's a practice you can't afford to ignore: keeping certain things secret. The Stoics were firm believers in the power of silence, and for good reason. When you reveal things you shouldn't, you trade your focus for commotion and your vitality for the opinions of others. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share 4 things you should never reveal. 3 are timeless lessons from Stoicism, and the 4th is one almost never discussed. But it separates the inattentive from the truly invincible. Before we dive in, take a moment to reflect. Who has access to your inner world, your discipline, or your distractions? The Stoics believed power isn't found in what's said, but in what we manage to keep silent. Marcus Aurelius journaled about it. Seneca warned that thoughtless words weaken the spirit, and Epictetus reminded his students that true freedom begins when we control our desires, including the desire to express ourselves. There was a time I confused being candid with being truthful. I thought exposing everything I felt was a sign of honesty, but I learned over time that talking too much doesn't create connection, it creates deviation. Every opinion I absorbed pulled me a little further from my own center. What felt like clarity was actually an energy leak. The Stoics would have laughed at my mistake, because for them, silence was never empty. It was pure strength. So, here are the 4 things Stoicism teaches us to conceal if you want to preserve your calm, your strength, and your focus. And the last one might completely change how you understand virtue. First, your greatest plans. When you announce your ambitions too early, you invite the world into something that's still fragile. The Stoics warned that the fire of intention burns brightest in silence and is extinguished by praise. I remember once telling some friends about a project that meant the world to me. They encouraged me, they applauded, and in that moment, something was lost. Instead of acting, I started imagining their reaction. The energy that once came from the purpose now came from their expectation. Not long after, the project stalled. That's when I realized attention is a thief disguised as encouragement. The Stoics would say, don't talk about your philosophy, live it. The same applies to your goals. When you announce them, your brain gets a premature sense of accomplishment, and your drive fades. Keep your plans like embers under the ashes, quiet, steady, gathering heat. When the time is right, your actions will speak for you. Try this. Write your plans in a notebook. Read them in the morning, in silence. And for 30 days, tell no one. Let the silence build action. The less you speak, the more you do. And the more you do, the less you need to speak. Second, your personal struggles. Not everyone needs to see you suffer. The Stoics never denied pain. They transformed it into discipline. There was a period in my life when everything seemed to be falling apart at once. Work, relationships, my own well-being. I thought sharing my pain with everyone would bring me comfort. And for a few days, it did. But I soon noticed that every time I retold the story, it felt heavier. Reliving the pain was like picking at a wound that was trying to heal. Epictetus said, don't just describe your philosophy, demonstrate it with your existence. It's human to talk about pain, but broadcasting it to everyone drains the very strength you need to overcome it. Find 1 or 2 people you truly trust, a mentor, a friend who listens without judgment. Say only what is necessary. Learn from it, and then return to your silence. Reflection is healing. Repetition is poison. The Stoics did this through writing. Marcus Aurelius wrote his meditations only for himself, to understand his inner conflicts. He never intended to publish it. And yet, his words changed the world. Maybe your strength also begins on pages no one will ever see. If this message resonates with you, and you want to fortify your inner peace, subscribe to Stoicism every day. Here, you'll find weekly principles to help you maintain balance, calm, and focus, even when everything around you seems to be crumbling. Build the habit of protecting your inner peace. Because peace, like a muscle, only grows when you exercise it daily. Third, your private life. Not everyone deserves access to your heart. In a world addicted to exposure, privacy has become a form of power. The Stoics valued this, knowing that what is sacred loses its value when it's overshared. I learned this the hard way. Years ago, I shared many details about my relationship, photos, stories, frustrations. At first, it felt like connection, but it soon turned into chaos. Everyone had an opinion, every friend took a side, and suddenly, what was personal became a public stage. A problem that could have been resolved in private became a spectacle. Seneca wrote, "Withdraw into yourself as much as you can." He wasn't talking about isolation, but about autonomy. When you distance yourself from the noise, you can hear your own voice again. And that's where clarity lives. Before you share something intimate, wait 24 hours. Ask yourself, am I sharing this to connect or to be seen? If it's to be seen, wait. Silence will show you what truly matters. Your private life is like a flame. Too much air, and it goes out. Too little, and it suffocates. The balance is in quiet warmth, not a flashy fire. Not everyone watching you is rooting for you. Protect your space, protect your peace. In silence, love takes deeper root. And fourth, your acts of kindness and virtue. This is the point almost no one talks about. Keep your good deeds a secret. In an age where every gesture demands a post, practicing silent virtue is revolutionary. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you do a good thing, don't look for applause. It is enough to have done it." Virtue is its own reward. When you seek recognition, a good deed stops being genuine and becomes about ego. Years ago, I helped a stranger through a difficult time. I did a good thing, but afterward, I caught myself telling the story, hoping for praise. It was a painful realization. So, I adopted a new habit, to do at least one good deed a week without telling anyone, and it was liberating. These quiet, generous acts are the ones that most transform the person doing them. Try it. Help someone without expecting anything back. Donate without anyone knowing your name. Praise someone when they aren't there to hear it. You will feel something rare, lightness. It's the peace of someone who does the right thing without needing to prove it. Seneca said that true greatness isn't put on display. It simply is. Silence purifies your intention. The less you talk about your kindness, the more it becomes a part of who you are. Virtue that seeks applause fades quickly. Virtue that is lived endures forever. When you protect what's personal, you protect your strength. Every unnecessary word you avoid becomes energy to build, to endure, and to thrive. The Stoics weren't silent because they feared the world. They were silent because they knew true eloquence comes after mastery, never before. So, reflect with me. Keep your goals secret until they become actions. Keep your struggles private until they become wisdom. Keep your inner life sacred so it can flourish without judgment. And keep your good deeds quiet so that your virtue remains pure. Every act of restraint is a brick in the foundation of your peace. Every boundary you set creates more space within you. Privacy isn't about hiding, it's about focus. It's about letting your work make the noise while your soul stays serene. Imagine your mind is a walled garden. Inside are the seeds of your best self. Self-control, resilience, courage. Every time you speak too soon, you leave the gate open, and the wind scatters everything. But when you close it and cultivate in silence, everything grows strong enough to withstand any storm. Protect your garden, protect your silence, because peace, once lost to noise, takes a long time to bloom again. If you want to nurture this peace daily, join us at Stoicism every day. Here you'll learn to grow with clarity, mature with wisdom, and choose tranquility over chaos. Because when you make peace a daily practice, you don't just endure life, you master it. If this reflection brought you clarity, consider subscribing. And if something in this message resonated with you, share it in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective.